If you are still calling on our DeLonghi Today special air conditioners, there are 100 left. Okay, so good luck. And actually, I know I was kind of making a joke about it, but everything that you'll see with me over these 3 hours, everything is done at midnight, because these are all part of our Memorial Day, wrap up and grand finale. Couldn't ask for a better air filtration system than Honeywell, and you know that name. Basically, it's a buy one, get one free. I mean, for all intents and purposes, we're really even going to pay to send it to you. They come in separate boxes, so it's bow and go. If there's a new baby, if there's somebody who suffers from allergies and asthma like I do in the family, obviously it's not a cure, but I can tell you for a fact, because I'm trying to clean the hoarder home. I really do have like a hoarder home. And I've been sick, actually, for the last 3 weeks since I started cleaning. And if you are susceptible, again, whether it's, just not sleeping well at night, if there's a lot of dust in the home, if there's a pet, if there's a smoker, if you love to cook, we think of all the great things that we do. I take my Andrew Lessman vitamins, I drink bottled water, but what are you doing about the air that you breathe? We will also sell these out in this show, because remember, this offer is also done at midnight. So without further ado, Bill Duggan is back. And Bill, I have to say, we actually run these upstairs in the host area because, again, they call it that sick building syndrome. Obviously, there's no cure for the common cold, but you know what it's like. Somebody in the makeup room gets the sniffles, right. Then somebody else gets the sniffles, one of the kids at daycare gets the sniffles. To me, this is the best line of defense that any family can have.
And it's simple. I mean, to clean your carpet, you have to push the vacuum cleaner. Right. You just plug these Honeywell air purifiers in. You're giving yourself 99% cleaner air, not just once a day, not just once an hour, but 120 times a day. All that dirty air with the perfumes and the chemicals and the mold spores and everything that are floating in the air gets sucked into these units, because we're moving that air 120 times a day, going through 3 layers of purification. You have that pre-mesh filter to trap all those large dust particles like pet hair and dander, and then you have this patented IFD honeycomb filter that has a huge collection surface and then ionized air on the other side. But once these filters get dirty, guess what? You don't throw them away. You pull out that chamber and you see what's been collected. And this is where you pat yourself on the back, because everything that's trapped in here would normally have gone to your lungs, your eyes, and your nose. This is a permanent filter, everybody. So you just take it to your sink and you rinse it out. And look what was in your air. You might clean your home all the time, but all this stuff, it has nowhere to go. The EPA, the Environmental Protection Agency, says inside our home is 5 to 10 times more polluted than outside, because we keep the windows and doors shut during furnace season, during air conditioning season. It can't get out. It has to go somewhere. So we ingest it, or it sits in the couch. That's why when you plop yourself down on the couch, you see that little dust cloud, has somewhere to go. You're getting both towers. It's a huge customer pick because it's that ideal size. And what doctors and allergists recommend, you should have one for the room you live in, one for the room you're going to go to sleep in. So it really covers it very well, or you can keep one for yourself. And a 99% cleaner air, a permanent filter. So once you make this purchase, by the way, a 5-year warranty on each of these towers.
They look good too. I mean, they really do. They're very stylish.
And perfect size.
Hey, Rick, I just want to double check the breakdown between the black and the white in terms of what is available. If you want the white, it is last call. There are only 300 available, and then the balance of which are the black. We will show you that quantity left, because this has been very popular, and I have to say, it's the most popular combo pack, or the most popular air filtration system that we offer here at HSN. So it is first come, first serve. This is the only show, and it's the only show where you can get it at home for less than $40. Remember, because they come in their own individual gift boxes, it is the perfect gift for the baby shower. It is the perfect gift for the new mom. It's the perfect gift if they're moving into a new home, and you've got all of those outgassings from the carpet fibers and the paint and the lumber, if there's been new construction that you're doing in home, or a remodel. Or again, while it's no cure for asthma or allergies, you know very well, if you suffer like I do, it's funny because I've been here a lot over the course of the last couple of days, and so I've got a lot of congestion, and it hurts. It actually hurts to breathe. So anything that we can do to improve the quality of health in your home, I say that is priceless, and especially if there's a new baby in the home, or again, whether you like to cook like I do, or there's a smoker, you know very well, if you went to a restaurant and if there was somebody else's lipstick on the glass, right, or a hair air in something, it goes back. You don't drink it, you don't eat it. But we think nothing about what we're literally ingesting by what we're putting into our lungs.
And that's just it. It is trapped in our homes. And what's going on right here? I'm pushing 99% cleaner air out into my living space 120 times a day. Those particles are trapped in that 3 layers of purification, which is great. And then that filter, guess what? That filter, when it gets dirty, I don't go out and spend more money. I don't start that rat
Bill,
race.
I am so sorry. I have to interject because if you were trying to get through on the DeLonghi Today special, it is official. It is gone. So thank you. I'm so happy that you guys were able to make that purchase before it was completely spoken for. And actually, this is like another Today special. I mean, for all intents and purposes, it's like a buy one, get one free. And I think it's really cool that the hosts have chosen to run these. This is really kind of the host pick, you know, air filter, if you will, because we run in all the cubicles upstairs. You'll see them positioned because our little office space, it's all open. So that's why I say if somebody gets sick, everybody gets sick. And it's so cool because it's, like you said, Bill, it's the perfect size and profile where it's not a contraption to have in the office.
Well, that's just it. You can take it to the office. You can take it to that smaller space. I went away to college, and you were talking about college, not having an air conditioner in your room. My grandmother gave me an air purifier back in college, and I was like, great, just what I wanted. And the thing is, she was thinking ahead. She knew it was a small trapped room.
No, she's right.
And what happened is we plugged it in, but after a few months, it started whistling and hissing, and I had to go spend more money on all these filters. You don't have to do that with this. When you get the Honeywell purification system home, you're done. You get to enjoy it for 5 years, cleaner air. All you do is you plug it in. If you wanted to clean your carpets 120 times a day, you'd have to push that vacuum. What do you do with this? You just plug it in, and you let the filter take over, and that fan, which is quiet. Because that's another important thing. People want quiet cleaning. It's going to clean the air quietly and efficiently, so you can set up a conversation. You can have it in the laundry room. You can have it in your home office. And are you having house guests that are going to go into that basement room that's not occupied that often, and, you know, the air doesn't move that much? Move the air and clean the air at the same time. And we sell printers here. Michelle and I have sold a few. If you were to pick up a printer, computer printer, and never had to buy ink again because it was permanent ink, that's what this is with this filter. Because what you will do is you will see everything that was collected. And you might be the, you know, the Brie Vandy camp of cleaning homes where it's nice and clean, but there's stuff in the air. The kids bring in stuff. We wash our hairs. We jump down on the couch, and it has to go somewhere. My niece, she calls it sun dust, where you just see it when it comes in through the light, and it's glowing. Trap it in here, 3 layers of purification, and then when you see what is in your home, be proud of yourself. Look at that. I'm not even cleaning the whole thing. And this is what we ingest when we fall asleep. That's why you should have one in your bedroom, because these particles are taken out of the air, so you're ingesting 99% cleaner air. And as Shannon was saying, we go to a restaurant, we get that dirty glass of water, but what's one of the first things we do in the morning? We grab a glass of water, because this is what we've been ingesting all night. You're going to breathe lighter. We take 20,000 breaths a day. Now it's going to be more refreshing. And remember, this filter, you wash it, you dry it out, and you put it back to work for 5 years. No more worry and hassle, but the benefit of cleaner air with a great name in the industry. They're boxed individually. I've given one as a holiday, or actually a baby shower present. And then I had one for myself. And you know, if you were to go try to find one of these out on their own, $100 for just one.
So it's so close to buy one, get one free, and it's Honeywell. I mean, you know that name. They know how to move the air. I mean, you know, they know how to make, you know, air conditioners and fans and heating systems. So obviously it's a brand name that you can trust. If you just factor the filter costs that you're going to save, because you are never ever buying filters, you're never replacing, you're never worried about wicks. You know, that alone, you spend hundreds of dollars, but more importantly, you don't have to think, okay, is it this size, is it that size?
Are they still making it?
Are they still making it? So it saves you a small fortune, and at the end of the day, you breathe easier, you sleep better, you dust less. I mean, whether you've got respiratory issues, asthma or allergies or any, you know, kind of respiratory concern, obviously it's not a cure or a treatment for that, but of course it just makes good common sense that if you take that debris, and this is just a small example of the things you can see, if you just take that debris out, you know you're going to be healthier. What really is unsettling to me is it also takes out the stuff that you can't see. And that's just it, because we're breathing a lot of things that, you know, if you use aerosol hairspray, you know, perfumes, I mean, all of the stuff that's in the air that we can't even see.
And that's just it. It's out of the air with this. 99% cleaner air. Don't we want that crisp, beautiful air in our homes or in our bedroom or wherever we're going to wake up and do all that office work? Look what's in that air. get it trapped and dispose of it, because that's what this filter can do. And when I'm telling you 120 times a day, 99% cleaner air, that's not even a Honeywell number. That's third-party, independent testing that tells us that's how effective it is. And go look at the reviews on hsn.com. People love it because it's a 2-pack, because it covers a lot of ground, whether it's, you know, a bedroom and an office, or whether you want to give one or get one. People love it because they find themselves dusting less. Because that sun dust I was talking about, guess what? It ends up on your coffee table, your countertops, your electronics, and if it's not in the air, it's not going to end up on your countertops. It's going to end up in your filter. It's not going to end up in your lungs or drying out your eyes. And actually, I remember once I'd gone on vacation. We get a lot of power outages down here in Florida.
We do.
And I slept a few nights, and it was just itchy. I was uncomfortable. And I realized my air purifier turned off in a power outage. You get the blinking light on the alarm clock. You don't notice this necessarily. And so I plugged it back in, and it helped. Did it cure anything? No. But it's just, you're breathing lighter air. And it is that perfect size. These are under 17 inches tall, so under a desk. But that real added value, aside from 120 times a day scrubbing that air, because what do we do normally? We light a candle. We put or aerosols. We put more of that stuff in the air. But this filter will give us cleaner air, not just once a day, but for 5 years, 120 times a day, trapping dust, dander, pollen, mold spores. And the thing is, you'll pull it out, and you'll be a little disgusted, because you're like, that's in my house? Wait a second. Remember, the Environmental Protection Agency, this is their statistic, 5 to 10 times dirtier inside our homes, that air, than outside. Because there's no breeze moving it. We trap it. And you trap it not just in the air conditioning season, because keep the air conditioning inside, we're paying for it, the furnace season. And so when it's trapped in this filter, and I'm actually give this one to Shannon, because I want her to clean the filter. She's gonna do some
real friend. You want to do this one?
Go for it. Because anyone can get in and clean it out, right?
Yuck.
But doesn't that feel empowering? Because that's not in your home.
It's not in my lungs.
It's not in your lungs.
I tell you, though, that like makes my eyes water. It makes my lungs hurt just looking at it.
Well, you brought up a great story, too. We had my aunt moved out of my mom's house. She was staying with my mom for a little while. And the thing is, we were cleaning out the room, and it was just dust had settled. It was in the curtains. It was on the curtain rods and all that stuff. And when you get into that deep cleaning, where does all that dust and dander settle? It goes into the air. You try to open a window, but sometimes you're letting more inside. Trap them in these air purifiers. I love the 5-year warranty, and that's because it's a huge name brand.
I mean, when you think about it, you don't get 5-year warranties on your washer and dryer.
No.
I mean, you really don't.
Exactly,
unless you're paying for it. So if you want that white final 200, the balance of which are in the black, and this is the only show where you're going to get that 5-pay flex pay. So remember, at midnight, when you see Robert Irvine with his brand new Today's Special, you are not getting this for less than $40. And, you know, we talk a lot about that 30-day unconditional money-back guarantee here at HSN. Isn't it worth it to get these at home? And, you know, don't take my word for it or Bill's word for it. We'll read some of the reviews, but run it for a week. Run it for 2 weeks. Put one in that kitchen, one in the baby's room, one in your bedroom, you know, one maybe at the office, wherever you're spending, you know, the most amount of your time. And if you don't find that you're breathing easier, maybe snoring less, dusting less, feeling better, maybe your eyes don't itch, maybe you don't have that headache when you wake up in the morning. We know we're not curing or treating anything, but we're taking things out of the air that right now, unless you're running this, because remember, your air conditioning system doesn't take those particulates out. Unless you're running something like this, you are breathing contaminants. You are breathing bacteria and mold spores and, you know, all, you know, think of all the things that are in our homes, the outgassing of hairsprays and perfumes and aerosols and, you know, paint and carpet and, I mean, you know, microwave popcorn. I mean, you know, but seriously, all that stuff affects what we breathe.
You bring up a great point, though. The stuff that we can see, that we can chase after, dust and smells, that stuff we can kind of combat, but it's those little things, the little things that really do, those micro size, the microns. This gets down to 0.3 microns, which gets it out of the air, out of our lungs, out of our eyes, and trapped in this filter. And remember, when it's trapped in the filter, it's not a one and done. You go out and spend more. And remember, who has that? I think it's oblong or 3 inches wide, or is it an A4 or an R9? This is permanent filter. And I want to show you, we're going to do a quick demonstration. We're going to switch sides.
Okay, sounds good.
I want you to realize how much filtration, how much coverage you're getting with your filter. So there are other filters out there that don't move the air. They're more of a static garment. The dirt has to come to this. Remember, we're moving the air. We're sucking in dirty air, putting out 99% cleaner air. So the dirt comes to us. But those other ones, they have about 1.5 feet of collection surface. This patented IFD filter has 7.5 feet of collection surface. So you can pick up 7.5 feet of dust. Imagine you having to chase 7.5 feet of dust out of your space 120 times a day. That's going to happen with this filter. but it's a 2-pack tonight. So you're actually getting 15 feet of collection surface of stuff that's not going to be trapped in your home or your office. And it's such an easy purchase when you think about getting it home. And as you're saying, that the return policy, you're going to notice a difference within a few hours.
You do.
Plug it in half a day, go to dinner, come back. You'll open that door, because that third layer of purification, too, is that nice ionized air.
It is.
So it's going to be lighter and fresher. And what did you do? You just plugged it in and let Honeywell work for you.
Well, that's the best part. Like Bill said, it's not like the treadmill or the diet, you know, things, or cleaning your house where you have to put forth that effort. You plug it in, you turn it on. That's it. You plug it in, you turn it on, and as a result, you're not breathing this. You're not breathing any of those contaminants in the air. And you even, to me, it's kind of an esoteric thing. It makes you feel better right away just because you know you're doing something good for you and for your family. And certainly not just for you, but for the littlest ones in the family, those who can't really fend for themselves. You think about the babies, you think about your kids, you think even about your pets. You know, we all have our own respiratory, you know, issues and concerns. Again, not a cure or treatment for anything, but to me, it just logically makes such good common sense that you should at least get this. And with that 30-day unconditional money-back guarantee, run it. Plug it in, turn it on. That's all you do. Plug it in, turn it on, and just see if it doesn't make a significant difference in how you're breathing, how you're sleeping, how you're feeling. And once you rinse that filter, because again, you can return it. You can use it. You can return it. If you just rinse that filter once, boy, if that doesn't convince you that you've made the right decision, because when what really, you know, where you have that light bulb moment, you go, oh my Lord, that's what I was breathing?
And the thing is, this is what we want. Clear, crystal clean air. This is 100% clear. You're going to get 99% cleaner air, because most of the stuff what blocks my hand will be gone. It will be trapped, giving you that cleaner air. I've given one as a baby shower gift because it's important.
It's a good gift.
And you've talked about, you know, people are sick, you want them to sleep well. You can easily take it from room to room, put it in their room, so they're going to be breathing lighter and easier air. And then remember, at the end of the day, this, again, you have your 2 speeds, your high and your low, simple to use. What I also appreciate, it's QuietClean technology, so you can leave it on when you're taking a telephone call or watching a movie. But you see how my pinwheel's moving? It's because the air is being brought in through the back. All that dirty air is being brought right in through the back, trapped in our 3 layers, and pushed out as 99% cleaner air. And remember, all these filters are permanent and replaceable. The pre-mesh filter right here, washable and replaceable. And we're actually giving you 2 odor locking filters, which, again, you would have to pay more for. Patented IFD filter, that's 7.5 feet of honeycomb, and when it's trapped in there, you can be proud of yourself. And then you have ionization on the other side. But this filter, and this is what happens when we think about it. It's a dirty dinner plate or paper plate, we throw it away. You don't throw this away. You just take it to the sink, you dry it out, some people vacuum it out, and look at that. Look at all that sediment that was in our homes, in our makeup room, in our home office.
I'm serious, because like I said, I'm having some congestion. That actually, it's making my lungs hurt. I'm not even kidding. Oh my God.
This is what you can have. And the thing is, all you have to do is get the 1-unit home, plug it in, try it out, and experience it. Because you can get it home for $40.
I know. Only for this show, though. I want to stress, because, we have 75 left in the white. You can see how many have sold. I'd love for you to see how few we have left. At this point, we've got sellout quantities on pretty much everything in my show. It's almost irrelevant, because everything is done after this show as well. So we have the final 900. Basically, a couple dozen of those are the white. Then, of course, we have the black. You know how I operate. For me, it's less about the color than it is about what it does. And once you get this at home and you feel and you see for yourself what a difference in how you're breathing, how you're feeling. You know, if you got that headache, if you got that eye strain, if you just can't put your finger on it, you just kind of have that overall malaise, and it's just like, oh, I just don't feel good. Look to the quality of air that you're breathing. And, you know, because that's just it. We do everything else possible for our good health. You know, how many times I travel with hand sanitizer everywhere. I stockpile it. It's just like, I'm ready for that zombie apocalypse. Between the toilet paper, you know. Do you have
duct tape?
And the duct tape and the hand sanitizer, I'm ready. But the reality is we don't think about the air that we breathe. And it makes a big difference in the health of your home, of your kids, your littlest family members, you know, the people who really can't fend for themselves. Almost as good as buy one, get one free at this price.
And the thing is, this investment is not just for this season of air conditioning season. It's air conditioning season, furnace season, pollen season, the fall, for 5 years, because remember that 5-year warranty.
Yes, absolutely. Bill, good to see you. Now, you're actually back in a few hours.
I'm back, but this is the only airing of the Honeywell for the entire weekend, because it was that limited.
All right. Thank you, my friend. All right. We'll look for you a little bit later. All right. Don't go anywhere, because we've got, of course, my pest repellers.
He's over there.
Love them. Okay. So that's going to be coming up in just a few minutes.